is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Thank you, Patricia. Welcome to DBL. It is Monday, November 9th. I'm Tori here with my brothers Al and Jeff. How you guys doing?
Hello. Feeling good.
Feeling good? Well, it is a new day for all of us, and it's a new day for America. President-elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are gearing up for their first term, and we're going to get into a lot of what they're actually planning. But before we do, we gotta talk about the victory speeches they gave on Saturday night, calling for unity and healing. And it was so relieving. Here are some of the highlights.
You chose hope and unity, decency, science, and yes, truth. While I may be the first woman in this office, I will not be the last.
I pledge to be a president who seeks not to divide, but unify, who doesn't see red states and blue states, only sees the United States. For all those of you who voted for President Trump, I understand the disappointment tonight, but now, let's give each other a chance.
Of course, following the news of their win in cities all over the country, large celebrations broke out. People waved flags, they cheered, some of them danced in the streets, but there was a lot of anger on the other side, with pro-Trump supporters taking to the streets and gathering at state capitals in solidarity with President Trump. I just want to go around the horn as Jeff makes fun of me saying, what did you guys think when you heard the news?
Listen, I think this one starts with you. What did you think when you heard the news?
Good question.
I cried. I'll be honest, I cried.
Why?
Because I think divisiveness starts from the top. And I think finally, if we can get a new start at the top, that could be a new day for America. I love Joe Biden's speech about unity, the red states, the blue states, the coming together states. But more importantly, I think he might actually take the pandemic extremely seriously, and we're deep in the middle of it. So he just named a coronavirus task force already, and we're going to get to that later, but I'm just pleased about that. What about you guys?
Well, Jeff, I'll just say, you're talking about divisiveness, Tori, and that hits especially hard for me, and I'll tell you guys why. Because as a comic, I've toured this country, and I've talked to people legitimately. Unlike, and I'm not trying to hate on any politician, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, they come in for a photo op, they hug whatever baby, they go to whatever hospital, and they keep it moving. I have sat down for the last 15 years, and I've talked to dudes from Toledo over a couple beers. I've been to Omaha numerous times. I've been to Tallahassee, not just the big San Francisco's, DC's. I've traveled to every city and talked to people, and it's so frustrating because we are so similar.
Yes.
And that's why I'm just like, can we decide? It's like, Jeff, if you and Jordan have an argument right before you go out to dinner, you have the argument in the house, and you have a decision right there to make. What's the vibe going to be in the car? Am I going to be stank and look out the window while she drives and we have a weird dinner and we come home and I go to a different room? Or are we had it out, and are we going to enjoy our evening? So I feel like that's where America is. Like, what's the vibe in the car going to be moving forward?
And I couldn't agree with you more, man. Your IFB is like
I see. It's like coming out of it's so aggressive.
He was such a great speech, and I was like laughing because Al was like,
I saw you looking at
sorry, I had to point it out in case someone saw me like smirking because I was laughing at that. But I couldn't agree more, Al. We feel like in this country, obviously, we are so divided right down the middle. One half won, one half didn't. Guess what? We're all Americans, Al. We're all in that car together, the analogy that you were just giving. We have to give this a chance now. Will it change things? Like you said, we'll see. Will the divisiveness, which is another question, is it divisive or divisive?
I think divisive.
That's a great question.
It sounds good.
We'll settle that.
Okay, we'll settle that at the end of the show.
At another time. But what will it be? People have to take it upon themselves. I got pushback last week for saying I could only change myself, right? Depending, no matter who the president is, and I still stick with that. I got pushback for that, for whatever reason, and I still believe that I could be a better dad, a better co-host, a better whoever. A better person. I could control that. You could control yourself at home. That's the only way we're going to get better as a country.
Let's see what you guys think and what your opinions. I know a lot of you aren't happy, so write us in on both sides. Well, Joe Biden is already gearing up for his first day in office, and he's got a lot on his plate. One of his first priorities, as I said, was tackling the pandemic that just keeps getting worse, in case you guys didn't know. So this morning, take a look. Biden announced his new coronavirus advisory board. He also implored all Americans to wear a mask to stop the virus. So what will Biden do on his first day? That's a famous saying. Day one, what are you going to do? CBS News reports he plans to rejoin the World Health Organization, or WHO, and the Paris Climate Agreement about climate change. He also is expected to grant a pathway to citizenship for dreamers. I've said from the beginning, I want the economy to be fixed, but you can't fix the economy if you don't fix the pandemic first. It doesn't work the other way because people's lives, not just money, are going to be lost. I'm thrilled that the pandemic is taking a front seat here. I feel like we've all kind of forgotten about it. We haven't had a task force meeting with the Trump administration since October 20th. We have the highest numbers ever. I'm just glad even a task force was formed with scientists and not some controversial people. What do you guys think about that, Al? What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm excited. I want to see people get back to work, and I want to see people enjoy life without this weird kind of, Jeff, good to see you. Oh, weird half hug. Sorry. Yeah. Are you okay? Did you been like, I just want to go back to some kind of normalcy. And there's this pushback against people that are maskers saying that you're trying to destroy commerce. I think it's the exact opposite. I want to go shopping during Christmas. I want to pay $500 to get on a flight to go see my mom in South Carolina. But I'm not going to do that if I feel like I'm jeopardizing myself or you guys or her. So when people feel safe, the pocketbooks are going to open up.
Right. And I don't know, Tori, that's a longer conversation that you had about closing down the economy for it to get going again. That's never going to happen.
I just think if you want to fix the economy, which I do, you have to fix the pandemic first. And some people think it's the reverse.
Right. But if you shut down the economy, if you shut down businesses, the economy's not going to work.
But if you don't shut down the pandemic, people die.
But I mean, that's a conversation for another time. But what I wanted to get to with the coronavirus here, if Joe Biden is going to put a mask mandate in, which I hope he does, because I think you need to, this way you could kind of balance that out with the economy staying open, right? But what I don't like on both sides, and I've been saying this from the beginning, all the celebrations for Biden, good for you. Not necessary anymore, right? We need to stop down with the celebrations, protest celebration for the Lakers. We cannot have mass people getting together for whatever reason.
Because of COVID.
As great as it is, or as simple as it is the Lakers winning championship.
Notre Dame this weekend.
Exactly. We have to, all over the field.
Yeah.
We have to get people together somehow, as small as that is, or as big as whatever is.
I agree.
We have to be like, you cannot do that anymore.
Agreed.
Otherwise, we are never going to get back to normal.
I think there was a relief valve that opened and people went out, but as soon as I saw the crowds, even though it was for them, I thought, my God, they're so close together, and they're all so many.
And it started from football games all the way up to that.
All the way.
You know?
I agree with you on that. All right, we got some comments coming in. You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun. Y'all ready for this?
Oh,
okay.
There we go.
Paul, thank you.
That was pretty good.
Thank you. Paul from
Jock
Twitter.
jams.
Jock jams were the best.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were. Paul from Twitter says, across the country, Americans are rising up to stop the left from stealing this election. And 70 million people in America thought perhaps this was stolen. Ryan says this election might as well have been conducted via carrier pigeon. Jamal, I'm so excited that my VP is a black woman. And what a day for America. And Tatiana says, it's time for unity. It's time for healing. It's also time for dogs to be back in the White House. Take a look. This is Major and Champ. Major will be the first rescue dog ever. Do we have a... Oh, we're looking for the picture there, so I kind of...
Wow, I wonder how they misplaced that.
There's Major. That's Joe Biden and Jill Biden. Of course, we can go back to the first. Major will be the first rescue dog ever to be living at the White House. That's at the Humane Society in Delaware.
Wait, there's been other dogs at the White House before,
rescue
right?
shelter dogs, right? Like Bo, Sonny, those were all bred dogs coming from a breeder.
Those are highfalutin dogs.
Right.
Oh,
These dogs came from straight from a happy hour with peanut shells on the floor.
I don't know what
these are dogs of the people.
All right, coming up on DBL, singer Jana Kramer and Mike Cousin have been very open about their marriage, why they hope the conversation about sex addiction becomes more mainstream. Plus the world, oh my Lord, we all are mourning Alex Trebek. We are honoring the life and legacy of the legendary Jeopardy host. And of course, we thank our coworkers who are taking the pandemic seriously.
You are welcome.
You're not, you're here.
Oh.
I'm not even thanking you. Whatever. Go to break. We'll be back. Welcome back to DBL. I know. We all lost someone over the weekend. Tributes are just pouring in for Alex Trebek, who lost his battle with stage 4 pancreatic cancer yesterday. I hate that disease. He was 80 years old. Now, the longtime host of Jeopardy was diagnosed with the disease in March of last year. He gave fans regular updates on his health, and he never missed a taping. Can you believe that? He was only sidelined this summer when the show had to shut down due to the virus. Now, Alex started his career in Canada. Look at young Alex. As the host of the music show in the 70s, he moved to the U.S. to host a string of game shows, actually, before landing Jeopardy in 1984. Now, Ryan Seacrest tweeted that Alex was like a family member and he watched every night. He also said Alex had a big influence on his own career. Former Jeopardy contestant and one of my favorite Twitter people to follow, Ken Jennings, remembered Alex as a lovely and deeply decent man. And actress Viola Davis called Alex a true gentleman and a courageous hero. In a newly resurfaced clip, this is what Alex told Entertainment Tonight following his 7th Emmy win last year. Take a look.
Most of us in our lifetimes never get to know the impact we've had on other people. And to be able to experience it while you're alive is very special.
How do you want us to remember you?
Just as a good guy, a nice man, and somebody that you looked at on television on a daily basis and said, hey, you know what? I like him.
Jeff, that is like up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I strive to be, obviously. I will never be an Alex Trebek. I won't. But he was a great man, and that's what I loved about him, because he was a great man on and off camera.
Yeah.
And his longevity in this business is a sign of just who he was as a person, right? Yeah. I thought so many tributes, I'm sure everyone watched this weekend, but he always wanted to get on the big screen, which I always found interesting. So there's little things inside Alex Trebek that I have inside me, you know, right. So maybe one day I'll be as good as Alex.
Did he ever do a cameo for anything?
I don't know. He must have popped in and out or something.
I'm sure he did.
Yes,
he had such a great hosting career that he didn't need to.
Al, I want you to see this because I know you had a friend that learned English from, I think,
yes.
What is it? The
Price is Right.
The Price is Right. Take a look at this clip that I found. It just broke me down. Take a look.
True story, man. I learned English because of you. And so my grandfather, who raised me, I'm going to get tears right now. I used to sit on his lap and watch you every day. So it's a pretty special moment for me, man.
And at the very end, he says, and I just want to say thank you. What a full circle moment. He won that round of Jeopardy that night. I mean, that's insane. You learned English from that guy?
Yeah, my buddy Orlando, who just did a special on HBO, Latino, an incredible comedian, a good friend of mine, and such a nice guy that he's one of those guys that you have to vet him for a while because you're like, no one can be this nice. He really is. And he was born in the DR, the Dominican Republic, and taught himself how to speak English by watching The Price is Right every single day.
Crazy.
And it all came to a head because me and Orlando and two of our friends, we went to a taping of The Price is Right. It's kind of like a full
just like this
circle
guy.
moment. Yeah, and we'll have the picture. It's on my Instagram, but I'll send it. And we all have DREW, like in different letters. But it was like such a special day for him. And like, so I know where that feeling comes from.
What an icon. He taught everyone something. And then, right, coming up on DBL, surviving sex addiction. That's a turn. Jana Kramer and Mike Cousin have been through hell and back in their marriage. And we actually asked them how they got through it. We're going there. Stay tuned. Welcome back to DBL. You know Pat Benatar was onto something when she wrote, "Love is a battlefield." Thank you. There might not be a couple who knows that better than Jana Kramer and Mike Causden. So their relationship scandals have made headlines. But earlier, they told Erica they're ready to use the bad for good. Check it out.
She was a rising star in Hollywood and Nashville. He was a professional football player. When they met, their romance moved fast. From engagement to marriage to expecting their first child, all within a year. But with the highs came lows. A cheating scandal split the couple apart. But Jana returned to Mike's side when he later admitted to having a sex addiction. Now, the couple says they're stronger than ever with 2 kids and is passing on their learned life lessons to other couples in a new book, The Good Fight. Welcome, Jana and Mike, to Daily Blast Live.
Hey.
Hey, Erica, thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for being here. And we're going to jump right in because every couple has their own dirty laundry, but not every couple reveals theirs in a book. So what do you say to the people who believe relationship issues maybe should stay in the bedroom?
I mean, I definitely think, there's some truth to that. There's certain things that we don't tell our friends, but I also think being open and vulnerable with your friends is sometimes can really help a relationship. I know a lot of times couples that we've known and friends that we've had, like once they've expressed kind of their issues, it doesn't hold as much weight for them and they might have a better relationship. So I think sometimes sharing is actually a really healthy thing for the relationship.
Mike, you've done more than just control the narrative. You've been very open about your addiction issues. And most of the time when someone is open about something like addiction that they're battling, people applaud them for their transparency because they're helping other people who might be going through it. But when we talk about sex addiction, many people are still coming around to the understanding that it is in fact a real addiction. So how do you deal with people who don't believe it's a real condition?
That's a great question. And it's unfortunate because I do feel that way at times where, if I was in AA or, in 12-step program for drugs or anything else, get a little bit more pat on the back and empathy and support in the fact that my addiction isn't socially accepted yet. And society is about 10 to 15 years behind, the ball on that. There's a lot more shame involved in it. And, I have my moments where I might feel uncomfortable in a moment because maybe someone's judging me a little bit more because they don't believe in sex addiction or think it's a married man's excuse and all of this. But you know what? It's my truth. It's the life that I live, and that's all that matters to me. And unfortunately, over time, I've been able to get more comfortable with that. And I have an amazing wife that supports me. So that's really all that matters to me.
Okay, so let's dive more into the book. Now, you share the advice to, quote, claim your baggage. And sometimes that baggage is infidelity. So when a relationship is built on trust and that trust is broken, is it possible to fully trust that person again?
It's hard when you're living with an addict. Do I trust Michael today? Yeah, I do. He's showing up today as a husband. He's shown up as a father today. The problem with our relationship is like every time you start to trust, something would happen, and then it's just like you can never like hold on to anything. So now, if we get a couple good years in us where we feel like okay, like he's been straight and we've been good, then I can be like, okay, I can trust this a little bit more. But I think it just takes time, and it takes a lot of goodwill and a lot of love in the bank.
Well, I appreciate the love in the bank thing, because really you're talking about your baggage and bringing it up in a relationship. And do you think that it's important that you have certain amounts of deposits of love in the bank before you start bringing up your baggage? Or do you think that it's something that should be brought up maybe before, all of those deposits are made?
Even when I met him, I was like, look, I've been married 2 times before. I have daddy issues. I've got this, I've got that. And I'm like, you kind of take it or you leave it. Like, I want a kid, I want to get married.
Right.
Like, maybe I was a little, but it worked in the beginning.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
I think it depends on what age you're at and level of maturity.
Right. Well, Jana, to be honest, I am a lot like you in terms of I just put it all out there. Like, listen, this is it. I'm remarried. I told my now husband that, listen, I'm a divorcee. I have these issues, blah, blah, blah. Like, basically, this is what it is. I was very transparent in the beginning. And, I do believe that helped at least manage expectations of who we were and what we were both bringing to the table. Well, I thank you and Mike, because I really do appreciate your honesty and transparency. I know that you are helping other people get through and make their relationships better. Their best-selling book, The Good Fight, is on bookstore shelves now. And if you need more Mike and Jana in your life, you can also check out their award-winning podcast, Wind Down. We will be right back.
Thanks, girl.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. You're part of this whole hosting team, but you don't get paid. Michael says, I think it's funny how we're supposed to get along now that your candidate has won. Where was this attitude during the last 4 years? Terry from Facebook says the economy versus COVID is not a discussion for another time. People are dying at record rates. Nicole from Facebook says, my mother taught herself and me to speak English when I was 6 from watching The Price is Right back in 1988.
Wow. Yes.
That's amazing. And Emma says, Alex Trebek has 23 actor credits on IMDb.
Ooh.
And he made a cameo on Ryan Reynolds' last film, Free Guy.
Oh,
Both
cool.
Canadians.
Fun facts.
Love it. DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.
You sucked up that 45 seconds.
Yeah, it was all you.